John Oliver right now, and I just woke up, and they did this like song where he goes, "Here comes the Reaper," right? And then they show Democrats, and one of them holding one of those things, right? Like the Grim Reaper. And then one of them shows a Mexican baby with a sombrero with a mustache, right? Like total racist bullshit. And then you show Trump holding a cowbell and then JD Vance playing the drums. Like, what the fuck is this? And then you have Pete Hegseth. Like, I'm watching John Oliver and he's showing me all these highlights. And then Pete Hegseth is like giving a lecture of no fat troops. Like, we don't want any fat people. What are you talking about? I thought you guys were like the biggest, like baddest, like in shape people. Like every military person I've ever met has always been in shape. I had a friend a long time ago. He won't talk to me for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because he always knew I was liberal. Sorry, I've been liberal since I was 18 years old. And I kind of thank my grandfather for that. Here's the irony, right? My grandfather served in Korea. He served in the army. He was drafted. And here's the crazy part, right? He was a liberal. He voted for Al Gore. My grandfather also owned rifles. That's the crazy shit. I get so fucking annoyed by these fucking ridiculous right-wing pundits from like Fox Noise and like these fucking MAGA people in this cult, especially the really far right people who constantly say that we're trying to take away your guns. How is that possible when my grandfather owned guns? He did. He owned guns. My grandfather owned guns. He just wasn't in love with his guns. He owned 2 rifles. He lived up in the mountains of Placerville. He did. Because he owned a small farm. And sometimes, he would have to, hunt and make his own, food, basically. My grandfather did a lot of the things that I think he would have in common with the Republicans, actually. That's the thing that really pisses me off about these conservative people, that they talk all shit about Democrats, saying we're not tough, we're soy boys, we're this, we're that. When my grandfather served in the military, he was a search dog and rescue. He was in the 1985 earthquake in Mexico City. He was a firefighter. He was a hotshot firefighter. He was a forest ranger. He was also one of the Forest Service firefighter squad in his platoon, actually. And he saved many people's lives. And you guys say all this stupid shit about how Democrats are soy boys and Democrats are this, and we're trying to take away your guns. Well, here I just gave you fucking like a story about my grandfather who actually served in the military. I mean, seriously. My grandfather was a fucking badass. I mean, yeah, there were things about him that kind of drove me crazy because he was very frugal with money and stuff. But, I mean, he was just not in love with his guns like you guys are. You guys are so weird with your fucking guns. You have to, like, pleasure them with oil and shit or whatever the fuck you put on there. And then you guys have to have, like, a big old, like, safe or whatever. No, he just had them, like, on the wall. Like a normal person. He had them on the wall and had, like, 2 of them. And he had goats, and he had, I don't know if he had chickens. When I was a kid, he just had goats. And then they would, like, eat the grass on his property so that way they wouldn't have forest fires. But he had goats. He actually had goats. And he was a great person, man. My grandfather saved many people's lives. He did a lot of good in his community. And that's why I can't stand the conservative party, is because you guys act like you're tough guys and you're pussies.